So my biggest disincentive to walking, I tell myself and I believe, and I'm saying that because I realize it's half a myth, is that I don't have time. Is that I just, like, no, I would walk if I had more time, or I'd do more walking if I had more time. So I'm curious to know what your three top hacks are, psychological or physical, to say, here's how you get yourself actually just walking.
Yes, so that's a great question, actually. So if you want to walk more, there are lots of things. The first thing is I think you have to monitor. You must have your mobile phone on or your Fitbit or whatever, because nobody remembers how many thousand steps they took last Tuesday week. Anybody here? No, I can look it up, but I don't know. So the first thing is you have to have a record. If you don't have a record, you'll never know. And then, like we all do have busy lives. There's lots of things going on. So if you drive, can you park further away? When you go into a car park at a shop, you see people trying to fight to get into that space that's over beside the entrance to the shop. Why? Park at the first one and then take that walk. So that will give you a few hundred steps that you didn't have. If you're in your office and you're going for lunch, don't go to the regular cafe that you go to one that's a little bit further away. If you take public transport, regularly what I do, because I take the train to work, is I get out a stop or two early and I walk that extra stop. And you don't notice that you're doing it. If I take a phone call, which is a rare thing these days, who phones anybody anymore? But I never take a phone call sitting down. I always take a phone call walking. And just by being conscious like that, in my building, I never take the lift. I force myself every day to take the stairs. There are just simple little things like that. Just see what the defaults in your everyday behaviors are and see which one of those you can adjust just a little. And if you're conscious, if you're measuring what you're doing, you will actually find that you're adding extra steps. If somebody comes into your office and they want to talk about something, walk the corridors with them. Walk outside. You don't have to sit down and eyeball each other. Go for a little chat and walk. There's lots of ways of just building a little bit of extra movement in. And it's a nicer thing to do. None of these are magic bullets, by the way, but lots of small changes.
What I hear you saying is, and I realize my own thing, like, no, I have to walk 3 miles.
No. A few extra 100 steps here, a few extra 100 there over the course of the day, regularly. One thing I always do is I have an alarm on my laptop, which I set to go off every 50 minutes. And I get up and I walk around for 2 or 3 minutes and then sit down again. And of course, you get up and you go, oh, my back, and all of that stuff. But that's an easy thing to do rather than sitting there for an hour and just giving it.
One last quick question.
Does housework count?
Yes, it does. Actually, believe it or not, there have been some great studies on housework. When you measure the amount of steps that people take if they're cleaning the house, it actually turns out to be quite a bit, especially if it's a 2 or 3 story house when you're running up and down stairs all the time. Yeah.
Recreational walk.
Yeah.
Day is carrying things from point A
to point B. Yeah. But I bet you if you measured the number of steps that you were taking, you'd be really surprised. And some of them will involve, walking up the stairs, carrying something. That's great. Putting that kind of load on your body is regularly is great.